So here's where you want to start looking for a good spot to teleport in. You're going to want to look for a bunch of tier 3 nodes, or if you're lower spend, less power, you're going to want to look for a place with a bunch of tier 2 nodes around you and a bunch of barbarians to kill. Whether you're a whale or a free-to-play player or a low-spend guy, you're going to want to pop either big boost, which are your yellow, orange ones, or small boost, which are about 2,000 gems each. You're going to want to pop all those before you get into fights. Alright, so I chose this spot here because we're in between 6 different level 3 nodes, which, as you can see, I'm a whale player, so popped all the big boosts. You're near a bunch of barbarians to kill, so I chose this spot here. So first thing you want to do when the game's about to start is you're going to want to kill as many barbarians that are around you as you can. You're going to want to push your level up as high as you can. I usually get up to around level 5 and stop there, but I don't usually do it right away because there aren't enough barbarians around to benefit the time it takes to try and chase the ones further away. I get a first couple of them and then I get back to gathering. So I just said I usually go up to 5, but I usually don't. I only go up to 4. I misspoke before. And free to play are gonna want to go left, left, right, left, left. Whales are gonna want to go all down the left side here. Here you also don't want to forget to get your loot stashes that drop out of every single one of these veins. Every single time they refresh or get fully gathered, they'll drop 3. You want to loot those as quick as you can before other players can get to them. So as you can see here, I choose the second skill for troop capacity. That helps you just not get your veins taken from you as a whale when you're using smaller marches or your marches with no heroes. Same thing applies for free to play or low spenders. Not everyone will be able to overtop that capacity even if they have more stats than you if you pick that skill. However, the other one is a march speed skill, so if you plan on losing a bunch or you need to get placed quickly, it's not a bad take either. And here from this point on, for a while, we're pretty much just going to be looting these stashes from the veins and just gathering, defending our veins from other players, and that's about it for a little while. So here is some marches about to come back. We've got barbarians respawned, so we're gonna grind some more EXP for a minute. So this is about the only skill that I would say differentiate between whales and free-to-play is right here, the third skill. A whale is going to take the left, a free-to-play is going to take the right. A whale takes the left because the more times they win, they get 5,000 per minute is the refresh cooldown. So every time from this point on, if you want to optimize completely, you're going to want to recall a march. You can see I put my city right next to a vein, so I can recall that march every minute and send it right back out to that exact same vein in order to get that 5,000 bonus. But if you're free to play and let's say you don't have all 6 marches, you have 4 or 5 or however many you have, you might want to go for 5,000 upon defeat. That way you can just attack somebody else's vein every minute, and if you're losing a lot as well, this is really good because that way if somebody attacks you, then you can still get that 5,000 every minute that happens. So there's a minute cooldown. So you'll see me doing throughout this video, I will be recalling my march and sending it right back to that same vein in order to get that minute cooldown 5,000 crystal. Alright, so here about 30 seconds ago, you seen the world announcement banner fly across the screen. For veins will open up in 1 minute. About 30 to 20 seconds, depending on how far your march times are away from your city, you're going to want to recall all of your marches and get ready for fracture veins. They give you so many more crystals than just gathering at these normal veins. You want to prioritize these. Send every single one of your marches to them. Free to play, whale, go far away if you're free to play from the center and you shouldn't have too much competition for these. You want to go for these. These are very important. Veins will show up about twice per Eternity Reach run. You're going to want to be prepared for those both times they show up, and every time it shows up, it'll pop 3 times, once a minute, which is about how long it'll take your marches to gather the full vein. So about time those marches get finished gathering the veins, they'll be returning back to your city. You're already back in your city. You don't want to send them out just yet, as you'll see me do. You'll wait for the next veins to pop up until all 3 are done. Then you'll go back to your grind on the normal veins. As you can see here, I decided to go for a couple last barbarians to get that fourth and final skill that I'll go for the entire event. The last skill is way more valuable unless your heroes are dying quite frequently, and even still, getting that 15% ore gathering speed is going to get you way more crystal in the long run. And once again, here we are pretty much just gathering level 3 veins for a while until the next fractured veins pop up. Still remembering to recall your marches and send them back out while you're doing the normal gathering to get your 5,000 per minute bonus that you can get. I don't do the best job at this, but if you optimize it correctly, you can get first rank even as a mid spender. You don't even have to capitalize the middle for long, but I'll touch more on that later. So as you'll see me do here, I do a little bit of trolling on this guy that has been attacking me multiple times throughout this entire Eternity's Reach event, and he just hasn't won. So I go in chat and I troll a little. here, fractured veins are about to open up again. You see the announcement. Do the same thing as last time. Recall your marches about 20-30 seconds before it starts, and then get ready to take them things every single minute, as many as you can. And if somebody's already at one, chances are you're not going to get there in time to steal it, so try and find as many free ones and get to them as soon as possible. Alright, so this is where the start of the tech on how to really come in first, second, or third in this event. So here you see the third round of the second tier of veins, fractured veins, pop up. And as soon as this finishes, middle will become available. And so you still send out your marches to the veins. As you see, I parked my city further away because in this event you get free teleports as the game goes on. So I'll go ahead and get a couple more of them, and then I'll get ready to TP right next to the center, which you can do as a free-to-play, low spender, whale, it doesn't matter. You'll see me use this tech right here. We teleport right there, boom, and then we get ready for the center, 13 seconds. Get my first march ready, all my best heroes, and in which case, this strategy works with when you're not even the biggest player in the entire lobby. So watch what I do right here. Ready, occupy, boom, go. Click on your march, speed up. You spam a couple of them quick march 2s, boom, you're there instantly. Nobody can beat you there. Most players do not know that you can use multiple of those at once. So I'm in there before most people even left their city. So that gives you a good couple seconds, even if you're a low spender, of capitalizing the middle before that big whale gets in there and nobody can take it from him. In which case, in this lobby, I happen to be that whale. I've not always been this whale. So with this strategy, I've gotten second overall ranking in the castle, which gives you around 80,000 crystals. I think third place gets you 60 and first place gets you 100. So I was the only person in this entire lobby to capitalize the middle because I did happen to be the strongest whale here. And if I wasn't, I still would have gotten second place, 80,000, just by occupying it the longest before that whale gets in there. And most of the time, these big old whales don't really know how to play this game mode, so they won't know how to use this strategy. And once they're in there, usually they have less crystal than you who know how to play this game mode now, and the majority of the player base that actually pay attention and know how to play the game. Whales just know how to spend money. So this would be the end of pretty much all the instructions I can give you for this Eternity's Reach event. From this point on, it is mostly just me holding the veins, holding the castle, all the boring stuff. If you want to stick it out to the end or skip to the end from here, you'll see my rank, you'll see my score. It's about 150,000 over everyone else. Spoiler. But the rest of this, just me sitting here waiting for this game mode to end.